Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.
Hello and welcome to ETMarkets Crypto Q&A. I'm Meloni Bhatt. Today we have with us Jayadevan, the Senior Director of Communications and Content at CoinSwitch Kuber, to answer all your questions. Now, if you have any questions, do write into us at ETMarkets Crypto Corner.
Hi, I'm Jayadevan. I'm a Senior Director of Communications and Content at CoinSwitch, and I'm a crypto enthusiast. I've been tracking this space for many years. I'm here today to answer a few questions about popular hacks on that happen on crypto and what you can do to safeguard yourself from getting hacked or scammed on crypto. What is Ronin Hack? There's an online game called Axi Infinity. You can play the game online to earn coins on Axi. This is a metaverse kind of a game. The blockchain that supports it is called Ronin. And on March 23rd, it was hacked. The hack was discovered only a week later. By then, the hackers had made away with about $620 million worth of Ethereum. And then the Ronin network and the Katana decentralized exchange stopped working, and the coin lost its value by about 10%. And the Ronin blockchain also has a coin associated with it, which is called the Ron coin. That also lost its value by about 22%. So let's go a little deeper into what is Axie Infinity and what are all of these things that we just spoke about. What is Axie Infinity? Axie Infinity is a crypto-based play-to-earn video game developed by Vietnamese blockchain gaming startup called Sky Mavis. As a part of the game, players can earn NFT-based virtual assets, which can then be exchanged for real money. The company has about 2.8 million daily active users, and it's one of the largest blockchain-based online game which exists today. What's the relationship between Ronin and Axie? So Ronin is a separate network. It's called a side chain, which is built on top of the Ethereum network. Now, Ethereum is the main chain. Now, the Ronin network enables gameplay on Axie. It includes a digital wallet, which can store crypto, and there is a bridge which helps you move coins between these two chains. The bridge is what the hackers targeted and attacked. How did the hack happen? So the Ronin side chain has 9 validators, and any deposits or withdrawals require at least 5 of these validators to okay a certain transaction. Now, a validator is somebody who is responsible to verify transactions on the blockchain. And the hacker in this case managed to get a hold of the private crypto keys of 5 of these 9 validators. So it's just enough to break the majority in this cross-chain bridge. And the hack wasn't found until a few days later, when a user was trying to withdraw about 5,000 Ethereum from their account. So where's the loot now? So a lot of Ethereum that has been stolen during the Ronin hack has been tracked back to to several digital wallets in 3 major crypto exchanges, including FTX, Crypto.com, and Huobi. These transactions are publicly visible, and it can always be traced as they move from one wallet to the other, or one wallet to one chain to the other. Since blockchain transactions are publicly visible, they can always be traced. Was this the first ever crypto heist? So definitely not. There have been instances before. There was a Mt. Gox hack way back a few years ago. And then as recently as February, there was another attack called the wormhole bridge attack. It was about $300 million in total value of the hack. So in crypto, hacks do happen. It is on us to stay safe and protect our investments by following certain best practices. Should investors be worried? So the company is doing everything it can to secure the network. Sky Mavis told Bloomberg that it's committed to recovering and reimbursing the players. So I guess they'll have to keep a watch on all the wallets that have the money and work with law enforcement and other agencies to figure this out. The company's founder, Alexander Larson, also assured the users not to be worried about it, and they're doing a bunch of steps to protect the Ronin chain, as well as the Axi Infinity game, and to prevent hacks from happening in the future. Are there other types of scams or hacks happening in crypto market right now? So you cannot completely eliminate hacks and scams. It's part of being online. If you've grown up on the internet, you know that these things keep happening. Attackers and scammers come up with new ways of new loopholes, new ways of taking over a ride. And the latest one is called a honeypot scam, which has been seen recently a lot in the crypto space. So honeypot scams are slightly more elaborate cyber attacks. They're conducted through decentralized smart contracts. I'll explain what that means. These contracts were originally meant to facilitate a transaction on the blockchain, but some of these transactions are now being some of these contracts are being now used by scammers. They design these contracts in such a way that once the money goes into a wallet or into a certain address, users are unable to take it back, and you lose your money. So how does a honeypot scam work? Honeypot scams have become common in crypto world nowadays because the attacker does not need too much of specialized knowledge of smart contracts. A regular blockchain user with average skill could also pull this off, and that's why it's a little dangerous, because it can spread quite a bit. A honeypot operation usually consists of a computer and a bunch of pre-designed smart contracts and a public network. There are a few steps. Here's how it usually works. So the attacker creates a fraudulent smart contract and legitimizes it to attract users. To legitimize it, they could be running ad campaigns, getting coverage in the press, creating some kind of fake social media profiles and pop-ups to convince users. And these smart contracts are usually baited with some kind of an incentive for the buyer. It could be, hey, double your money or something like that. Not so easy, but something similar to that. Right? So something which usually is too good to be true. So, for instance, there was a recent scam which was done on Metamask. Metamask is one of the largest wallets that is operational right now. And in this case, there was incentive was that you could quickly make a lot of money in a short-term rally. So when buyers put money into the honeypot, they realized that their money got stuck and they're unable to take it back without the permission of the creator. And the creator in this case was a scammer who fled with the money. The attackers sometimes use this money to pump up certain coins, or and to run other schemes like pump and dump schemes, where you increase the price of a certain coin by using money that you take from the average user, and they suddenly sell off all of this all the coin, and the price drops. So this is one way a honeypot scam operates. How did scammers pull off the Metamask honeypot scam? So Metamask is perhaps the biggest crypto wallet provider in the world, with more than 10 million monthly active users. It is one of the largest and most frequently used crypto wallets. It was not very surprising when they announced that they're going to announce a native token called Mask, and people were ready to buy it. They were eager to buy it, in fact, because it was a coin which had a clear-cut utility attached to it, and there was a lot of enthusiasm. So a few scammers decided to whip up a fake token on a popular DeFi trading platform called Dex Tools, and they advertised it as the native token of MetaMask, and they exploited a loophole in the platform code to convince people that the token was legitimate. And a lot of buyers went to buy the token, and they quickly discovered that it was a honeypot scam. They could put their money into it, but they could never take it out. And the scammer had smartly coded the contract in this case to prevent people from selling their tokens once the trading pair, which is once a trading pair hits more than $1 million in liquidity. So once that trip up happened, no one could take their money off it, and the scammer made about $1.8 million worth of Ethereum in those days. No one has been able to trace it because Ethereum was moved to a cold wallet, and people are still looking for it. How can one avoid falling into honeypot scams? So one of the main characteristics of a honeypot scam is the inability of a buyer to sell the tokens once they purchase it. And we explained that earlier. And smart contracts you are used to create this kind of a trap. And what you can do is to look for the trading history of a token. So if a buyer has been able to sell or buy the coin at any point in the past, the project may be legitimate. So that's one check you can do. And then the second check could be, does the project guarantee unrealistic returns? So if it's too good to be true, it's probably not true and quite likely to be a scam. And the other thing you could do is to check if the token has social media presence across platforms like Reddit and Twitter, do a little bit of research on Google, see if you can find the founders, do they have verified profiles and all of that. And then also look for whether the official website of the token is secure. These are some ways in which you can figure out if something which is being advertised to is a honeypot scam or not. The other type of scam is called a rug pull. Now, let me just quickly give you a brief on what is a rug pull. So a rug pull is a type of scam in crypto where developers create projects to lure in investors, and once they make some money, they abandon the projects. So this can happen, quite often. And these, once these coins get listed, the scammers, they try to pump the price of the coin. Things will move well, until you realize that suddenly it's gone down, which is hence the name rug pull. The rug has been pulled from underneath you. And unlike crypto hacks, which is driven by outside agents, rug pull is almost overnight, almost always an inside job where a bunch of people get together and plan a rug pull. How do rug pulls happen? So the process initially looks legitimate. It is part of the project itself, and developers usually list tokens on a decentralized exchange. New tokens are added to a liquidity pool along with tokens that are already valuable. It could be like an Ethereum token, etc. And once the liquidity pool is all set up, retail investors can trade the new tokens using their own valuable tokens. If I have Ethereum, I can trade it here. And as the user's token go into the liquidity pool, the pool increases, the new token starts gaining in value. And now comes the scam part, which is once the new tokens gain enough value, the developers pull the rug, which is they try to pull out the initial liquidity added by them to the liquidity pool. That is step number one. And then they pull out the new tokens that already have significant value now. They sell out their own token holdings before the retail investors get a whiff of it. And they also restrict retail investors from selling tokens by tweaking the code and while they define the project initially. So this is pretty much how a rug pull works, and in the end, investors or users end up losing money. Cool. Now, how do you spot red flags and protect yourself from rug pulls? So rug pulls can be quite bad. It can be devastating because you've put your money in, thinking, hey, this is a great project. It looks great on paper, but never worked out. There are a few things that you can do to save yourself from a rug pull. So check for projects with liquidity which is already locked in. Avoid projects which have whale wallets. So whale wallets are wallets which have a large amount of token holdings. Check for burn wallets. Burn wallets are wallets in which you send tokens to be burned. Try to look for projects which have been audited by third parties. Look for their online presence. Ensure that the project has multiple signature wallets, and do your own research. Invest only what you can afford to lose. So that's pretty much it. How you can stay safe from a rug pull.
That's it from all of us. Hope this was informative. Do write in with your thoughts, and we'll see you soon.
Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.